Hey guys, welcome back to the kitchen. I'm Gary. Thanks for joining me. Today we're going to use up leftover ingredients that we had from Thanksgiving, vegetables and some turkey, and make my version of turkey tetrazzini. So it's going to be creamy and cheesy, but it's a one dish thing. So let me show you what we have for ingredients. Okay. Here I have like 1.5 onions, medium onions. I got red because I had some red onion left over. I have 1 cup of peas. I have a half a cup of diced celery and a cup of diced carrots. I have 1 cup of corn, and these are 2 frozen vegetables, so that's what was left over from stuff that I made. Here we have 8 ounces of mushrooms that were sliced, but I removed the stems and chopped them up. This is 8 ounces of a block of cream cheese. That's just an 8-ounce block that I cut into cubes. This is 1 cup of Colby Jack cheese. This is 1 cup of smoked Gouda and a half a cup of Parmesan. This is 4 cups of chicken broth. This is 1 cup of white wine, dry white wine. It's a Sauvignon Blanc. And this is about 3 or 4 cups of the leftover turkey. It's dark and white meat mixed. And this is a 16-ounce box of penne pasta that I cooked to al dente. I probably will not use all of the pasta because I don't want it to be over pastaed when the pasta finished cooking and absorbs like everything, and everything is like just pasta. So I probably use mostly like 3/4 of it, but it's there if I need it. And this is 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of half and half. Okay, so now we're going to move over to the stove and get everything started at the stove. Okay. Oh, one other thing I forgot. Oh, I got a 9x13 casserole that I buttered the inside of. Okay, so we'll move over to the stove and we'll get started. Okay guys, so we're over here at the stove. To my big pot here, I added 6 tablespoons of butter. I'm melting, and I'm gonna saute my onions and my vegetables and get them ready. And then we'll add a 1/3 cup of flour. I forgot to mention that over when we were telling you the ingredients. 1/3 cup of flour. Also, I kept a cup of pasta water just in case I need add a little liquid. To it somewhere down the line. I have something with a little bit of starch in it. So I'm going to add my onion. Okay. Add my onion. Add my carrots and celery. Okay. And also to that, we're going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. To taste. This was just come to me that we needed to add something to it. Okay, and there's no recipe that I'm following. It's all from my head right now, if you will. So salt, a little bit of pepper, and we'll saute it down. Just a wee bit. You know, it's one of the things on an electric stove is, where is your pot sitting on the burner? So I don't know if y'all can tell in some of the past videos, I'm always like lifting up my pot to see where it is on the burner. You know, saving the pasta water is a little trick of the trade. So we'll cook these down. So while these cook down, when they get cooked down, we'll add the mushrooms, and then we'll add the corn and the peas to it. So we'll let these kind of saute a little bit, and then we'll continue on. Okay. All right. So these will be cooking, sauteing for a couple minutes. They're still going to continue to saute as we add and cook along, so they don't have to like be completely translucent. But now we're going to add our mushrooms. This. Get them stirred in, and then we'll let them Let it cook for about a minute or so, and then we'll add the peas and the corn. Okay, guys, so we are now got the mushrooms in there, and they've started like cooking down. So now we're going to add our corn. Always remember, clean hands is the best kitchen tool. Get these stirred in.
They're still frozen.
Yeah, they are. So they'll get thawed out and come to life while everything is still cooking, the mushrooms and the onion and the carrots. Okay, so we'll let that cook for a few more minutes. And then we'll come back and we'll add the flour. Then we'll add our liquids and cheese, okay? Okay, guys, we're back at the stove. Our vegetables have been cooking, as you can tell, for a little bit. And everything is starting to come together. So I still have a little bit of liquid in there, which is okay, because now it's time to add the flour. And you want the flour to cook at least 3 minutes, so your roux doesn't taste like flour. So just sprinkle it real good. And we'll stir it in. When it comes to this part, it's going to take a lot of stirring, maybe not consistently, but a lot, because you want that flour to move around. You definitely want it to cook and it starts sticking it up, and it's gonna probably start sticking to the bottom of your pot, but that's gonna be an easy fix because we got a cup of wine and I got my wooden scratcher to scratch the bottom of the pot. Wine is such a good deglazer when you're making casseroles or sauces or stews or things like that, And the alcohol, it cooks down and evaporates, so it's like it cooks out the alcohol. If you don't believe me, when it's done, try to light it on fire. Otherwise, the alcohol was still there, it would catch fire. But again, if you're a recovering alcoholic, or you don't want your kids to have it, or you think you're going to go to hell for using it, don't use it. Okay, just omit the alcohol, the wine.
Smells good.
Smelling good here in the kitchen. The onion, and you actually can smell the green peas.
It's starting to smell like Thanksgiving in here.
Well, it probably should.
Yeah.
Given the ingredients we're using, So, alrighty, guys, let's switch around a little bit here. Let's add our cup of wine, and we'll go right into here and scratch the bottom and get up all those thick parts. See how it's like thickening up already? And that's from that third cup of flour that we use. Not 3/4 cup, but third cup. Okay, in just a minute we're going to add the chicken broth. Then we'll finish deglazing. Let the wine cook down a little bit. we'll be back. Okay, so it's been a few minutes and now we're back. We're going to add our chicken broth. To our pot. Give it a stir. Back in with our wooden spoon.
Is there a lot stuck on the bottom?
No, it's not. It's just the flour. Just getting the flour up. Simmer, come to a simmer. We season and pepper it a little bit. And when it does, we'll add our cream, and then we'll add our cheeses. Alrighty guys, so we're back. We got the roux to come to a boil, a simmer, a hard simmer. So I want to turn it down because I don't want it to get too hot where it cooks and sticks to the bottom. So we'll turn it down. Okay. Alrighty. So now we're going to add our cup of milk and cup of half and half. You can use 2 cups of milk, 2 cups of half and half, or you can use 2 cups of heavy cream, whichever one you prefer. Stir in the cream. Now we're going to add cream cheese. As you can tell, I just rough cut it into cubes. It wasn't measured or anything like that. So next goes in the cup of shredded Colby Jack, and then the cup of smoked Gouda and Parmesan. Smoked Gouda is going to give it like a deep smoky, creamy smoky taste. Makes it so good. Gouda's good on so many things. Salads, sandwiches. So we do have it set on, this is an electric stove, so I have it set on the number 3. We'll get the chicken to melt. Cheese to melt. Don't want to melt the chicken. I mean, you know. That would be kind of bizarre. We'll keep stirring it, you know, to keep the cheese moving and instead of sticking together or sticking to the bottom. Okay, so while I get this done, while I get the cheeses melted and blended, we'll come back and we'll add the turkey and the pasta. Okay. Alrighty guys, we're back. So the cheeses have melted. The cream cheese is almost melted, so it'll finish melting on its own, and then when we put it in the oven to bake, it'll be melted as well. So now I'm going to add the turkey. We'll add a little bit, stir it up, and, you know, because I don't want to use too much. I want to have enough because I want it to be meaty, but I don't want it to be too much, you know. Same way with the pasta, you know. Yeah, I think I can use all the turkey.
Yeah.
Okay, so we added our 4 cups of turkey. Just stir it around, mixed in. How the sauces, the gravy, the roux, whatever you want to call it, is like thickened up really nicely. See there. Okay. Now let's add the pasta. Now this pasta is cooked al dente. I cooked it for 8 minutes. So it'll finish cooking, you know, in the sauce. That's why I wanted the sauce to be juicy, because it's going to absorb some of it. You know what? I am going to go ahead and I'm going to add my cup of pasta water that I saved. So let's add a little more. Oops. Turkey bone. How about that? Alrighty guys, that's all the pasta that I'm going to put in there, because this is going to continue to cook. So it's going to swell and it's going to absorb a lot of the liquid. Okay. So our next thing is we're going to go pour it into our Dutch oven. I mean our casserole. Okay, so meet me over to counter. Alrighty. So we're going to add our mixture to our casserole to the casserole dish so it can bake. If you wonder how much of the pasta I used, it was cooked to al dente. It was a 1 pound box. I used about 3/4 of that, so like 3/4 of a pound once it's al dente, and that way I still have some liquid, you know, once it absorbs and it bakes in the oven. Okay, so let's pour it in. Well, we got a full casserole. How about that, y'all? Look at there.
Wow.
We'll have to put a pan underneath it, so when it
bubble
bubbles over. Actually, you know, I may take some of that out. Actually, that's a bit much. take out some of it because I don't like my casserole being that full. And we'll have a mini. Have a mini casserole one day for dinner. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay. And I'll finish cleaning the pot out. When I cook, I'm one of the cooks that scrapes the pots and the pans. When I bake, I scrape everything. Whoops, that went on the floor. There we go. Alrighty, so cover it. And when you're ready to go in the oven, it's going to go into a 350 degree oven for about 20 to 30 minutes or until it's golden brown, okay? So now it's time to put the casserole in the oven. The oven's preheated to 350, 20-25 minutes or until it turns golden brown, depending on your oven, what type of oven, your latitude, altitude, you know, has a lot to do with it. But I also thought about, you know, as I told you, that we made it as we went along. We didn't really have a recipe. We just had the ingredients. So I got to thinking it'd be nice to have like a crumble on the top. So if you want to put like panko breadcrumbs or crumble up crackers. Me, I like crumbling up croutons, seasoned croutons, and we'll sprinkle it on top of there. Probably just a couple handfuls. That'll be more than enough, or plenty. Maybe 3 handfuls, depending on the size of your hands, I guess, huh? And then put it in a Ziploc bag, get the air out of it. You know, make sure it's zipped. And if you don't have a mallet, just use your rolling pin or a hammer and just crumble them up. You got breadcrumbs now. So just sprinkle them over the top. And whoops. And this one will have a nice crumble on the top when we get ready to eat it. Alrighty. So now, let's go to the stove. Okay, so we got the oven preheated at 350. So it's going to go on the about middle ways of your oven. Alright, let it bake. Set the timer for 20 minutes. And we'll check it at that time. Hey guys, so it's been actually 30 minutes. I gave it an additional 10 minutes to brown the top some more and get more bubbles in there. So this is what it looks like when it comes out of the oven after 30 minutes instead of 20. So we'll get it plated up and we'll sample it and share our thoughts with you.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, so we have it plated up for you. Greg will show you his plate. All steamy and all goodness and stuff.
Yeah.
There we go. And so we're going to dig in and try it and let you know what we think about it.
It's hot. That's good.
Oh, that's really good, guys. It's really, really good. For good comfort food for on a cold day, on that cold night, cold evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, wonderful. So if you try it, let me know what you think about it. If you do something a little different to it, you know, use your imagination, you know.
Yeah.
That's what I did, just stuff that we had left over from ingredients and stuff from our Thanksgiving. Let us know.
Great idea.
You can let us know in the comments, or you can email us at Gary in the Kitchen. And I apologize if people have been sending emails to Gary in the Kitchen. I forgot about it. and I remember having to go in and check it every now and then. I'm trying to be better, so please bear with me, but keep sending it to the email, and I will respond to you. I promise. But we do thank you for joining us, and you give it a thumbs up, thumbs down. Okay, I'll give it a thumbs up. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for joining us in the kitchen today, and I hope you guys had a great weekend. Love you, babies, and God bless.
Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye now.